Everybody. I am Michele with From Nine to Thrive, and today is transformation. We are in Transformational Thursday. For some reason, I still thought it was Tuesday. I don't know, but it's Transformational Thursday. And today we talk about things that help you move forward, transform that mind, get you moving in the right direction. And I thought today would be a really good time to talk about the fear of freedom. Seriously, there's some people who have a fear of freedom. So, how do we overcome the fear of leaving your 9 to 5? Um, I know how it is. You know, you want to have that freedom so badly, but you're terrified of taking that next step, whatever that next step is. Trust me, I'm there. I'm with you. Again, we're walking this journey together. So, first and foremost, we need to acknowledge our fear. Fear is normal. I mean, it's just an opportunity, as we've talked about before. Fear gives us the opportunity to learn something new. It just gives us that opportunity to figure out what are we fearful of and how do we overcome that. And we do that by learning something. So, are you fearful of leaving because of financial insecurity? You won't have enough money, you're afraid that you won't eat, you won't pay your mortgage, whatever that is. Do you have a fear of failure? I can't do this, there's no way this is going to happen. Do you have a fear that others are going to judge you because you stepped out of the norm and are doing something that you want to do that is defying what the standards of, and there's Mr. Coffee, he's saying hi, define the standards of what normal people are supposed to do? Or are you concerned about stability and losing your benefits and health insurance and all of that? You are not alone. So many of us women feel this way. It's valid. I hear you because these are the conversations that I have in my head and I'm trying to work through as well. But here's the key: don't let that fear control you and stop you from taking a step. I'm not asking you for take a leap, a step. So let's identify some of these root causes and how we can, figure out what we're doing next. So, you know, what are some of your rooted concerns? Are you afraid that you're going to lose everything? Probably not. You're probably not going to lose everything. Do you have a fear that if you were to leave this job and take the leap and go do something on your own and you fail, that there's no other jobs out there? Well, this is something I have to convince myself out of as well, but there are other jobs out there. The job you have right now that you probably don't like, which is why you're trying to escape your 9 to 5, isn't the only job that is out there that you could ever have. So take that limiting belief off and let's work on that. I'm not good enough to run a business. I'm going to tell you something. I struggle with this one. I invest in companies. I help people and get them funding. I launch startups. I coach them. I have them successfully exit or find further funding. And I struggle with the fact that I don't know if I'm actually good enough to run one on my own. I know. Isn't that funny? We do what we do on a daily basis, and yet we still have these concerns that I am not good enough. Seriously, after all these years on this earth, I shouldn't feel this way. And it's not that somebody has told me that I'm not good enough. It's just that voice in my head. So maybe it's just me. But if you're having that struggle, put it in the comments. How are we dealing with that? I deal with that with I talk and stop and tell my head, the voice in my head, stop. I'm not listening to you. I have no room for this conversation in my head. Which also leads to I just don't have the skills or the experience to do this or to succeed. I stop. Let's reframe this. Let's talk about you can learn something. you're not done learning. Every day you can learn something. If you don't have that skill and you don't have that experience, well, by doing something every day, you're going to gain that experience. So the least experienced you are going to be in that task is today, because today you're going to do something to make you less, have more experience. We're going to work on that. Like I said, we need to take all these fears. What are your fears? Identify them. What more than anything, these fears actually are our excuses as to why we're not doing what we're wanting to do, why we have chosen to stay in the cubicle and not move forward and live our dream and live the life we really want to live. It's our excuse. Look, I don't have the skills, I don't have the talent, I'm not good enough to run a business, I don't have the financial security. See, I can't do it. No, we're going to reframe these. This is me talking to me, but you're coming along with the journey with me. Instead of, what if I fail? Reframe that. What happens if I succeed beyond my wildest dreams? What happens if this works out? I grew up with a mom who always had worst case scenario. And at some point in time, I can remember being a teenager thinking, but what happens if that doesn't happen? You've wasted all this energy and time planning for the worst when we just should plan for what can we do? What can we control? And it is what it is. Like I said, let's reframe these excuses, reframe these fears. Instead of, I don't have enough experience, say, I can learn, I can grow, I can find a mentor, I can find a coach, I can do this. And, that's how I've done this, is I have taken that opportunity. I've gotten into a mastermind, I read books, I go online, and when I find a new platform I want to use, I dig real deep into it. I look at all their training videos. I reach out to their support and how can I better use your system? Just be a sponge to soak up all of that is available for you. And that's how you're going to move forward and reframe those fears, those excuses as to why we can't do this. And that's what I'm here for, to help you, guide you into where you need to go. I'm not here to do your work. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to be that sounding board to say, hey, have you tried this? Go check this out. Because in the end, you're the one that's going to have to do the work to escape your 9 to 5. I'm the one that's going to have to do my work to escape my 9 to 5. But we're going to do this together. So here's some action steps I'm going to leave with you to overcome these fears and these excuses. Start small. You don't have to quit your job tomorrow. I can't. But I can work on my business an hour every day. That moves it forward. That's 7 hours a week. That moves it forward. That's a small action step that you can do and you can control. You can build up, and this is what I'm working on as well, is a financial safety net. Build 3 to 6 months worth of savings, and then you can make that leap if that's what you want to do. Or start a side hustle that you can do, from the 9 to 5 is your job, and your 5 to 9 is building your freedom. So, go through and build up, figure out what you can do today, and how that fits into your life. Surround yourself, find support, surround yourself with people who are your cheerleaders, people who will help you, people who are also wanting to escape their 9 to 5. That's why we're here. Put your comments below. Go join our Facebook group of Escaping the 9 to 5 community. There we can talk freely about your struggles. What are you doing? There's more information over there, so be sure to check that out. Here's another thing. Visualize your success. Spend 5 minutes each day. If you're doing the 5 a.m. club as part of your journaling or your training part of your 2020, spend 5 minutes each day visualizing what you want. Don't wish for it. I am here. See it, feel it, believe it. You just have to know what you're going for, and that's what's going to pull you along every day to do those small steps. And like I said, take those small micro steps. And every little bit of action that you do creates momentum because you're going to see a success. And then you're going to get that dopamine hit and you're going to go, oh, I want to do this again. This was amazing. And so every little step leads to some success that leads to another step. And then you're just going to be unstoppable. And I'm here to help you with that. So, what is one, I'm going to task you, put it in the comments below. What is one action that you're going to take today to move past your fears? Put it in the comments below. If you're not sure what that blueprint or exactly how you plan to escape your 9 to 5, head over to my website, from9tothrive.com. I have a free mini course that will walk you through how to develop that blueprint. It's a 7-day email course, and every day walks you through each step that you're going to need to do to create that blueprint. Sign up. It's free. Grab that. You can have access to me, ask questions. We can even jump on a call if you want. Let's just figure this out. Get yourself hooked up, signed up, and grab that mini course. So it has been Transformational Thursday. I hope I gave you some tips and ideas on how to overcome that fear of leaving the 9 to 5. And again, I want to say it's not necessarily fear. It's those excuses that we throw out there as to why we can't do something. So it's not fear. Let's reframe those two excuses and how are you going to overcome that excuse? By action. Not me telling you what to do, but you actually doing something. My own advice. I have to do something, and that's what I'm going to do. So join our Facebook group, from 9 to 5, Escape the 9 to 5 community, and grab that mini course. Check out our website. Lots of tips and information over there. And as a little sneak peek to next week's Transformational Thursday, we're going to talk about how to think like a CEO instead of an employee. If you're going to own a business, you're going to be the CEO. So we want to make sure you're there. So you don't want to miss it. Check in with us every Monday through Friday. We are live on Facebook. And then check out our YouTube channel and other things that are coming soon, very soon. January of 2025 is going to be an amazing year for you, for me, for all of us, and we're along for this journey. So I am Michele with From 9 to Thrive. You have an awesome Thursday, and we will talk to you tomorrow.